Triple EDC back again with another knife video. I'm going to go ahead and put together a rhyme, actually. A lot of people are doing Twas the Night Before Christmas. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do an actual rap. How about that? But we're going to go ahead and do a compilation of the names from the video. I'd asked you guys to go ahead and give me some small channels, you know, so that I could... I wanted you guys to list some small channels, and the plan was to put them together for you so you guys could see some other small channels and help grow the community. So I'm gonna do that in a rhyme. Let's see how it works. I'll just give you a heads up. This was pretty difficult to do because there's so many channels with EDC, gear and, you know, gear and knife review, things like that, and the word knife in them. But despite the repetition, let's go ahead and take off. 228 comments filled with all different content still had one thing in common: the winner was no contest. Now don't be upset or as sore as a canker. The channel with the most votes was clearly Blade Banker, so congratulations, man. Let's all take a gander and make sure to sub his channel and give him some knife banner. I see what you're doing, man. You work hard as hell. I'm so glad your channel is doing so swell. Shout out to your son, we surely wish him well. Now let's take a look at some up and coming channels, the next guys and girls who are sure to take the mantle. There are oh so many that it's hard to pick and choose, so it's as good as any to start with Bunzo reviews. Him and Tuck S hold it down for the youth. They got it started early, so what's your excuse? If you don't like the long ones, there's always shortcut reviews. And another channel that really did rank. Lots of suggestions for the channel pocket tank. And check out Sharp Spot, it's not just Hanks. This holiday season, don't forget to give thanks, like I have to do for Big Red EDC. A shout out on SKL meant a lot to me. I'm no longer absentee, getting publicity for free. I appreciate you mentioning me. I'm not the only one who's OCD for EDC, like my man Carlos EDC. You see, there's also a mention of Clark He Cutters. I couldn't find the channel, so could be an autocorrect stutter for a non-cookie cutter channel. I should mutter now, this is not a knife channel, but was suggested to be sure. Requested so roundly, I guess I should adjure and not ignore hillbilly fishing laws anymore. Now, of course, you realize that it's no surprise that a million channels end in knives, so I hope you don't mind a little repetition in your lives. I Heart, DKC, Crew Call in Texas, they all end in knives. The fact that anyone can UK legal carry knives is a surprise. Quick run and hide your wives. They about to know how much you spend thanks to women carry knives. So whether you're sleeping on the couch or still sleeping inside, make sure you're tuned in to Neve's Knives. Now over 1,000 subs, but they still qualify to get mentioned here, just like Bama Knife Guy. Now how could I mention WCK without the hedge of mentioning her husband, the Therapeutic Edge? They both took a pledge to review knives from handle to swedge, like Palmetto Edge, who's got it on lock for holy grails. Tune into Alex Knife's box. Get ready to rock and knock some socks and get funky. No list would be complete without Knife Monkey or Ohio Blade and Cutlery. It's a real luxury to have this summary of small channels to tune, like Aiden Kuhn. I'm over the moon with all the modern Daniel Boone on small channels right here. Shout out to BJ from Hilltop Knives and Gear. I'm very sincere. You hear? You have to check out Kyle J. Landfear. Then take a trip to Hawaii, Knife and Gear. And Kenneth Cope, is he a famous actor? Nah, it's another knife channel, just like the Pokey Factor. Take all these channels, mix them up, and attract them more powerful than a nuclear reactor. And somebody mentions Zach's stuff, and I question if he was even eligible since he's so much of a legend. Way over 1,000 subs. I don't even get the impression that a mention on my channel will impress him, but you know, in all of YouTube, there is nobody nicer. I'm sure he'd want me to turn my attention to slick slicers instead of superhero mainstays. Even Superman couldn't defeat Joe Doomsday on a Tuesday with a micarta inlay. Yeah, we're back here giving recognition to Mondak living, so I stay on the track spitting names of small channels. There's no quitting. We're so close to the end. Thanks for sticking around so long, my friends. This was a little tougher than I thought. I will not pretend that fitting everyone in was easy to contend, but before I say adieu and to black I fade, I can't forget to mention Nasty Renegade, Slip Joint Guy, a Wet Raisin. What is with that name, man? You got some explaining, but it's cool though. I'm not complaining. It's one part hilarious and one part entertaining, like Nick Shabazz with his own two eyes watching JJ Jinx truck shop knives. You know, it's about a Z Hunter or two are bound to come out. So many names that are leaving my mouth, but I can't end this thing without a shout of a tout for reviews by Logan Stout, one of the best throwback reviews with a knack for history in the past. Check his video track on the GEC Oilfield Jack. It's like crack to knife enthusiasts. Well, that concludes the list with one last mention. One subscriber defied conventioning, but got my attention when he mentioned that my channel's ascension is all he cared to see. So a final shout out to me, Triple EDC. Hope you guys enjoy that.